Hello everyone, how are we doing? Back for another training. I think it's update 3. Not that I've done too many, but we're heading towards the A100. We are about 3 weeks out, and this vlog is going to be about my training, how I'm getting on. I just review my last week and then I talk about the next week coming up. And yeah, just really how I've got on. It's been going quite well. I must say I'm pretty withered today. I did a 5-hour, well, I planned to do a 5-hour long run and it ended up being a 6-hour mammoth run. Quite a few hills, 3,000 feet of elevation. As always, check my Strava, you know, to see what I'm doing. But it was, yeah, it was a bit further than I anticipated. On the clock it said 32 miles. I've really enjoyed using Strava for the route finding. It's just sent me on these nice little routes, and I just, you tap in whether you want pavement or dirt. How long, and I put in 30 miles and I picked this 32 miles. I thought, I might as well, if I'm going to do 50k. And yeah, I expected to do it in 5 hours and it just didn't go too well. But you know, so I'm pretty shattered as always on a Sunday after a long run. But anyway, let's look at this week, how I got on. What's quite exciting is I've basically nailed 66 miles this week, which is a massive running week for me. I've never really gone over 70. I don't think you need to, unless you're becoming more pro and you've got a lot more time. But basically 66 miles for me is a big week, and I've ramped up the mileage. I like to do that just towards the end of the race. I've got one more week coming up where it's going to be pretty high mileage, and then I just start to, the last week, just take it down a little bit. Easy run. The Monday was a bit of a nightmare. I think I mentioned last time the word injury, and because I've been using a wheelbarrow and stuff like that for work and things like that, I pulled a little muscle in my glute and I had a bit of a sore glute and it wasn't so good. So that was an easy run, but I managed to do my hill sprints and it got a bit burny, but it's gone away now, thank God. So, you know, phew, that was lucky. But interestingly, I try to get my heart rate down to about 130, below 130. So I'm doing an easy run, really easy. Average of 130. I'm looking at my watch sometimes and I'm about 119. So I am going really slow, but that is the point of an easy run. It's a recovery run, right? It's meant to be to recover, to just get the blood going, to clean those capillaries out, your veins, get your muscles working again, ready for the training block coming up in the week. I cannot stress, I look on people's Strava and they say recovery run, but they've been running like sort of 60% of their fast pace, and I think that's not recovery. Got to respect the recovery run, really important. Then Tuesday, had my first workout of the week. I'm doing 2 workouts this week. That went really well. Yeah, 1 hour 20, finished it all. That was pretty good. The Wednesday, went to the gym. I'm basically still doing leg weights. I haven't really done much upper body, haven't really had the time, but I definitely dropped the weights down a little bit, just not to avoid injury. So I probably lifted about 40 kg squats, did some lunges, did some calf raises, things like that, just to get the strength of the legs. Mustn't stop the strength of the legs. Then Thursday was my first midweek long run. Really important there, to get the mileage up. That was 1.5 hours and I actually finished that. It's hard for me because obviously work, then put the kids to bed and then do 1.5 hour run, so you don't get in till sort of 9:30, 9:45, then you've got to eat and all that, so it's not great, but got to be. Friday, did that. I did my 20-40-20, so that's 20 warm up, then 40 at 7 RPE, and then 20 cool down. Did alright on that. I think I dropped down slightly, only did 30 minutes just for time, so I had to get back. And then Saturday I rested, but the problem I did, in fact, that's not right what I've just told you. Friday, what I did was I missed my workout and I ended up doing it on Saturday, and that was a disaster. And I think that's why I really suffered today on my my long run. It wasn't good at all. So yeah, anyway, you have to kind of move it about, I guess, because you've got stuff going on. The training peaks put me at 65. If you remember, my fitness level's at 65. I'm trying to hit about 90 when I get to my race, and Strava said my fitness was at 12. So where are we now? My training peaks is saying I'm at 78, so I've had a right boost in my fitness, which is really good. Obviously doing this long run today, it works out all the statistics and it comes up with that, so pretty exciting. But what's not so good is on training peaks you have this thing called form, and form basically doesn't want to get over -25. I think if you get over -30 you start to have injury risk, and I'm at -35 after today, so that is definitely, I'm now looking at overtraining, so I've really got to be careful not to get injured. And I'm actually really sore, like in the groin, my legs, so let's hopefully recovery tomorrow is going to be good. And my Strava's moving up to 14, so 12 to 14, so that's good. Right, so what I'm going to do this week is still going to do high mileage, but I'm going to basically reduce the intensity slightly. I'm also going to do, after my easy runs, which is my Monday and my Thursday, I'm going to do some longer strides. So I'm going to do 5 or 6 long strides, about 150 to 200 meters, get those fast twitch fibers going, the muscle fibers, get them going, keep that speed going. It's really important to keep your speed up. I know a lot of people think 100 milers are a slow pace, and they are for sure, but at some points in your, it's such a long period of running that you have your ups, peaks and troughs continuously throughout the whole race. Obviously if you're very, very fit, you're more having your peaks. But I remember running all the way to 70 miles on one of them, and then got to about 80 miles and started getting a nice little lift, and that took me home just about, you know, for about 10 miles, and then you dip down again. So it's a real roller coaster. So it's really good to train all parts of the whole race. So you've got your speed, you've got your endurance, you know, get that aerobic level, you know, capacity going. So to get those fast twitch fibers, that's why strides are so important, the hill sprints. And if I can find a hill to do them up, even better. So that will push me. So I've got my easy run Monday, rest on Tuesday. Wednesday I'm going to do my workout, just dropping it down a little bit now, so not such a hard workout on Wednesday, keep the intensity lower down, 7 RPE, long run, which is 1.5 hours, plus my strides as I said. Then Friday I'm doing a 20-30-20, not a 20-40-20, so that's again reducing that time out at that higher level. Now I'm looking at getting my heart rate down as well now. I don't really want to be getting it over 160. That's quite difficult when you're going up hills, because obviously I'm running in the hills around here, so I've got to be very mindful of that, and to a point where I'm running up a hill and I look at my heart rate, if at about 161, 162, I just slow right down, even walk, and just get that heart rate down, then carry on. It's really important now to drop this intensity down. And then Saturday I'm running, well, the weekend I'm going to run 6 hours, but I'm going to split that up, because you're going to wreck yourself. Definitely for me anyway, I'm going to definitely wreck myself if I do this again. So we've got 3 hours and then another 3 hours. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to be doing next week. So hopefully it goes well. Hopefully that I'm not going to run into an injury. I'm going to try and recover well tonight, just relax. I'm going to eat well this week. I'm going to be very mindful of going to bed early, get my sleep. I'm definitely going to probably have some Epsom salt baths, maybe 1 or 2. I'm going to get my massage roller out. I'm going to do some foam rolling. Yeah, I'm just going to be really mindful of that mobility side of things as now. Good news for me, Pilates is starting next week. No, the week after, the 28th. So that's really exciting. Haven't been to Pilates because of CV19 for ages. So please, 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 let's hope we don't go into lockdown. It'll be a nightmare. We're just getting there at the moment. So anyway, we don't know what's going on. And then finally, I have 200 subscribers. I'm very, very happy. In fact, my kids are even more happy. They're over the moon. So thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you watch this to the end, please subscribe. It really helps. Gives me the motivation to get out and do this, especially when I'm exhausted. Leave any comments below. Let me know about your training. You know, just have a feel for that. If you know about this sort of fast twitch, slow twitch stuff, you know, give me some information, because I love some of your comments. There's a few people who've been commenting loads, and it's really nice to have a chat over the YouTube channel. So thanks very much, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and make sure you enjoy your training, because obviously it's got to be fun.